Hey Blue Stars, the Blue Cat is back. Welcome to today's video. In today's video, we are going to be doing LPS DIY sets for filming or really just for fun. You may use them however you would like. Doing a DIY is something we haven't done here on LPS Blue Cat Productions. And for a while, Blue couldn't find any inspiration, and one day it hit her. Why not make LPS DIY sets out of tissue boxes? Blue can be pretty simple when it comes to crafting. I mean, some of the supplies are really expensive, so she likes to use her resources and improvise with things around her if she can. Some LPS tubers go out and glue cardboard together, or some people even make their sets out of wood, like LPS Hannah. I believe her dad helped her make a summer home once. So lots of LPS tubers do that, and this is the way that Blue's going to start making her sets from now on. So let's get into this video. Here's the supplies that you will need. You will need a tissue box. This one's really pretty and has designs on it. And for this DIY, a rectangular one works the best. And we're going to be using a Kleenex brand box. This video is not sponsored, by the way, in any way. You might be able to try this with a square box, but you wouldn't get as big of a room. Also, if you're really young, ask a parent before getting scissors. They can be very sharp, and we don't want you to cut yourself. So if you're a little young to be using scissors, and these are pretty gigantic scissors, so you can use smaller scissors. If you're younger, please ask a parent's permission. You'll need the scissors because we're going to be cutting the box apart. Next, you will need tape. I know it looks like this one's empty, but trust me guys, it's not. You're going to use the tape because you're going to be taping your box together. You'll also need scrapbook paper. This one has a lot of cute patterns and designs. You can use whatever scrapbook paper you want. This is to decorate the walls and the floor and make the set come alive with a splash of color. This part's optional, but you can grab some LPS so they can enjoy your set and your little scene when you're all done. I'm going to be using my mascot. And then you can't have a set without props, right? So I have this box of furniture that I purchased from the dollar store. It's really handy, and this is what I'm going to be using. You can use LPS furniture or whatever you'd like. And those are all the supplies you'll need. Okay, let's get started. So you're going to take your tissue box, sorry if this is a little shaky by the way, and your scissors, and you are just going to start cutting this out because this isn't very useful for the set. But as you can see right now, it'd be really hard to make an incision in it. So here's what you have to do first to be able to cut that. We're going to flip our tissue box on the side, and you see the flaps? You're going to take them and you're going to start unfolding them like this. And you can bend them up so they're out of your way and it's easier for you if you would like. And we're just gonna fold them out of the way like that. And then we're gonna turn our box around and we're going to do it to the other side. Okay, so I did it to the other side, and now our box looks like this. Now you start an end and you start cutting this whole rectangular area off because we don't need it. So now I'm going to take my scissors and I'm just cutting along this part. Maybe if I hold it this way it'll work better. Don't worry, this part doesn't have to be perfect or pretty because we're just going to be cutting this off and we don't need this for the set anyway. And then you just start cutting. You can see that I've started cutting there, like right. I can't find it. I've started cutting right up here. So I'm just going to continue with my scissors, cut along this line, and then cut down here, sides, and just cut it out. This is what it should look like once you've cut one side, and now I'm going to cut the rest of the sides. So here's what the part looks like once you've cut it out. This is the side we don't need. I realized you didn't need to keep continuing cutting that because it just comes off with the flaps and you don't need them anyway, so we're just going to toss this aside. Now we move on to the more important part, the part we actually need, and your box should look like this. Next, I'm going to be picking a side, either this side or this side, and folding it together and making a wall. So I chose this side because it looked the smoothest. I can't remember which direction it was facing. And you flatten down this part, and now you take your wall, you fold in the flaps, and then it's okay if they fold back out, and then you take the side flaps and you bring them together. And I don't know if you can tell on camera, but it doesn't look very stable, does it? So then, sorry, this part won't stay down. You take the flaps and you set it, you hold it where you think it looks most level, kind of in between, and then we're going to tape the sides. So then we will have our wall. For putting the tape on, I don't like to do it on the inside because that's the side where you want to decorate. So I bring it to the side like this, and I line it up where I think it looks most balanced. So that looks too far. Maybe about there looks good. And so I'll try to hold it there, and then I'm going to get my tape and just get a little piece, and you take it, make it level again, and you just go on this corner and you just put your tape right about there so that it holds. If you need to, you can put some tape in here too to hold it, or I'm going to take some tape actually and I'm going to stick it right there, and that'll stay. So now we have one side of the wall up, and I'm going to do this to the other side. And when doing the other side, it's important to try to match it up as best as you can and make it equal, because you don't want one side of your wall to sag. And there's our walls. And if this part will stay down, this would be the floor, or where you could set your camera. Or if you need more space, you could continue a scrap of paper and cover this and have this be your floor. And then these two flaps on the sides can be the floors for, like, you could say a door over here. And this, if this was a bedroom, it could be leading out to a closet. Also, I'm not going to in this video, but if you want to, you can start taking out your scrap of paper and decorating the walls and things. For the next part, I'm going to grab some furniture and I'm going to design a room. So here's some furniture I grabbed. I grabbed a kitchen unit, some chairs, and a table. So I think our room is going to be the kitchen. So next, I'm just going to set in furniture where I think it would look good. You can put your furniture wherever you want. And I'm going to make our kitchen. See, I'm going to put my table over here, a chair here. Let's do another chair here. Sorry, the flap's kind of, it's bending up, so the chair might look kind of funny at the moment. I can't really get it to stay. And a chair here, and one more chair right here. I may have to scoot it out just a little bit. Let's see if I can flatten this and get it to stay flat. Maybe I'll weigh it down with something. That looks a little bit better. So if I were going all out with this room, I would have already added scrapbook paper and furniture, and you can tape it down if you want, and now all that's left is to put the LPS in here. And I changed my mind. For this video, I'm going to use a couple LPS. I've got my blue Great Dane, my yellow lioness, might be kind of hard to see her, and my purple and white collie. Also my mascot, she can be chilling with her friends in the kitchen. Just stick her like that. And there you go. Also comment down below if you recognize any of these LPS in a video from before. And there's our kitchen. At some point I will actually make the kitchen set, but for now I'm not going to add wallpaper to this one, or scrapbook paper. So we may not have decorated that set with scrapbook paper, but so you have a better idea of what it looks like, here's the set that Blue and I were working on a few days ago that Daphne mentioned in our last video. I'm just gonna slide it right on in here. And ta-da! It's almost finished. We just have to finish the floor. Oh, the couch moved. So in here, as you can see, I've used some accessories from the dollar store and also one LPS one. This is LPS. It came from Barista's Cafe. It's a couch. And here's a bookshelf that already has some books on it. I took some stickers and it says Dream On. And if you recognize this wallpaper, it's the one that I used in my 40+ subscribers special. And I just cut it down to size to fit this room. Then there's also a vanity. And if you haven't guessed whose room this is, it's mine! Or my character's room at least. This is Brinley's room for LPS The Cool Kids, which should be coming out sometime next year, hopefully sometime in January. So what better way to bring in the new year than with a brand new series, right? So comment down below what you thought of this DIY and what you think of Brinley's room, because we'd like to hear from you. So there you have it, Blue Stars. That was Blue's version of an LPS DIY set. Please let us know down below in the comments if you make it. We hope this helped, and we're excited to see if other people will start using this idea as well. So that concludes today's video. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We love you, Blue Stars, and we'll see you in the next video.